putting, yeah.
Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the action so far at the Poker Heaven European Cash Game. Here comes Charalambos Santos, known to all as Bambos. Well-known face in the London and European Cash Games. Can hold his own in a tournament as well. Very respected player. And this lineup just got a little bit harder. He's going to join the game with 20,000 euros, so the amount of money on the table just got even deeper.
Yeah.
Bambos collecting chips, and he'll know Neil Channing very well. They've played together many times.
No, I just seen the hand, Sammy went out.
Close your eyes.
And that might change the tone of the table. Bambos tends to be a little bit more solid, certainly way more solid than Sammy.
I think everyone's way more solid than Sammy. He's a rarity in the poker world, real live wire. Can get every single chip at the table or lose his money quite quickly.
Sadly for us, it was B today of those two. He entertained us while he was there. And Bambos is going to walk into pocket kings. That's a hell of a talent, that is.
Yes.
Let's get the show on the road.
Give the boys a chance.
Straight into action, Bambos. Doesn't want to go broke in his first hand, so he's making this quite an oversized raise.
Show the bluff.
You have to watch the program to see the bluff.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bambos could quit now and be up for the day. Gary, he's an extremely experienced player, right?
Yeah, he's a very, very good player, Bambos. I've played with him an awful lot. He was in the games when I first started cutting my teeth in the poker world. We clashed horns quite a lot. Very, very experienced player. And I think when I had my first reasonable tournament result in the same festival, he had a very good result against Dave Coolclough in the big one in the Vic.
Rose?
I think that was back in 2000.
Well, we haven't seen Eric Liu for a few hands, but he's going to open this pot with King Jack. And it's good enough. This game has calmed down. A temporary lull, I suspect. Some really exciting poker so far. Lots more to come. Really deep money on this table. And Gary, it's interesting just how deep the players are. They all started with 10,000. Now nobody at that figure. Everybody's deeper.
Yes, it's very true. We've had an early casualty. We've had plenty of live action and lively action, rather. And a couple of the players have added onto their stack just to make sure they can get their money back. And one of the quiet ones early on was Neil Channing, and here he is bringing it in for 225.
You got the badge. Badge. Don't overuse it.
Bambos will flat call this on the button. And Albert Iverson. Nice spot to find them because he makes the re-raise and it could look just like a squeeze play.
Yes, it could.
1125 more.
I think that one's going to get through. Yeah. The two experienced Vic cash players throw their hands away. And the internet sensation Albert Iverson takes that one down.
Stacking chips. He's got the most chips at the table courtesy of a big call against Sammy George. 28,200 is his stack. Here we are with the ranking of hands. If all else fails, you've always got your high card. Next best is one pair. Better yet, two pair. After that, three of a kind, also known as trips or a set. This is followed by a straight, 5 cards in a row of any suit. Next up, a flush, prettiest of all the hands, 5 cards of the same suit in any order. You'll usually win with a full house, 3 of a kind and a pair. That's unless your opponent has 4 of a kind, also called quads. Almost unbeatable is a straight flush. That's 5 cards, all in order, all of the same suit. And finally, the most beautiful hand of all, a royal flush. That's a straight flush, ace high. Buttons on Andy Black. No straddle in this one. Action will start with Peter Eastgate in the centre of our shot there.
You want to get more, man? Get more. No, there's enough.
Let me get familiar with it.
Yeah.
Okay, raise 200 to play.
Eric makes it 200 with 7-4 suited. It's called varying your play, isn't it?
200
I think it is.
Great. That's what I wanted. So everyone calls my race.
He's managed to get himself a few customers in this pot. There's going to be 4 to the flop.
6, 2, ace.
Well, if you're going to raise up with a 7-4 of spades, that's quite a pretty flop.
Certainly something that's going to warrant a continuation bet. That much is certain.
And we can see everybody's cards. It may be enough.
Okay, 650 to play.
Well, that one gets through. Unsurprising, looking at the hands.
And I think Eric's only turned over pocket queens and the jack 8 he's turned over, hasn't he? So players won't quite know where they stand with him. A little bit off balance, you'd have thought.
Yeah, very true.
They probably would have got you off that. Wow. Oh, it was definitely going all in.
8-handed Eric Liu under the gun. Decides to fold. We haven't seen too much from Neil Channing.
I can't get away with it. Stop here.
Unsuited.
Not in Denmark.
Top here.
Fair to say Neil and Bambos both play reasonably solid, but both capable of making a move at the right time.
That's very true. Neither of them are scared, but both of them have got, well, probably going to have a bit of a cautious game, at least first of all. Might get a little bit more lively later on, and definitely when they feel like they need to, they can put the big bluffs in.
Andy Blackhomes from the cutoff, and look at this, Riku trapping with the kings on the button.
Yeah, trying to pick up a few chips here by playing his hand a little bit slow. It was looking good until the ace came over. As Peter Eastgate had the ace-jack, he was probably going to go to war
500. No,
425.
if the jack had been the highest card on the board.
Well, Andy continues.
And he's in third place.
Yeah.
You have to win your coin flip.
Rico calls. Now if you're Peter Eastgate, do you put in a raise here, or can you trap?
I think you probably want to put in a raise here. There's an awful lot of cards that are going to scare you. You don't know how strong Andy Black is. He may not make another continuation bet. And you may end up giving free cards with your hand. Looks like he's puzzled by his hand.
425.
He's reaching for the red ones. Those are worth 1,000. Change of plan. The white ones are worth 500.
Peter makes a nick of this joke.
There is the raise.
Okay, raise,
And that would
2,100
probably end the
total.
hand, you'd have thought.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Andy's already holding a conversation with Bambus. He's already thrown his hand away.
Not much Rico can do. Peter Eastgate flops a big hand. Actually didn't need to have a big hand there. Could have just as easily had 5-6.
Yes, but having the ace-jack certainly made it a lot more comfortable to make the reways.
It's an easier play, right?
It certainly is.
He's got over 20,000 euros on the table. Just talking with floor manager Barry Mundy.
Okay, on you.
Sorry. Your way.
Cool.
Neil Channing limps. I've seen Neil play before, and he does limp into pots quite a lot. Not the modern way, of course.
No, a little bit more old school, Neil.
Yeah.
Pretty well knows where he is in most pots. He's happy to play them cheap and manoeuvre around.
You've got to play well, haven't you, if you're going to see a lot of flops
7,
cheaply, I guess.
10.
Exactly.
On you.
150.
Well, Neil's a million miles in front.
150 to play. Cool.
Well, it's gone cool. Albert Iverson's got second pair. Eric Liu has the 10.
4.
That doesn't
Check
change
on that
much.
Check. Six.
And 2 pair on the river for Eric.
Check.
Check. Check.
Bit too dangerous for him to bet this. But Albert Iverson's going to have a little stab. Probably realises he can't win this without a bet.
Okay, 450 to play.
And you'd thought Eric would just call.
Well, at the moment, he's got to decide what he can beat. Any 5, 8, 9. Both calling hands on the flop. He's decided to lay it down. I am a little bit surprised. I thought he might have looked him up, but that one's got through. The worst hand won the pot. Good bet there by Albert, as it turns out.
Join us after the break for more action from the European cash game.